Today we're going to be looking at the easy farming for Nioh 2. My name's Dratlord44, by the way. So we're going to be looking at Winds of Ruin. It's a recently updated submission where you fight a sequence of masters, and pretty much it's really good for speedy running. It's handy for like just getting loads of materials and smithing techs, lots and lots of opportunity to dismantle for gold, and of course sell for materials if you should wish. Now, one of the interesting things about this particular fight is that I feel like they have made Nioh 2 a little easier, and I'm sure a lot of you veteran players from the first one would have noticed. And that is something where I just feel like they just made it a little simpler in regards to things like when you die, you know, your guardian returns automatically rather than you know, it actually just sort of having to be collected first, because that is a big thing. Like in Nioh 1, you had to actually collect your guardian from whenever it dropped. Which meant that there was risk. You know, you could lose your Amrita, and it was a nightmare. But in this one, they've made it a lot easier. So this farm is a lot more effective because you've really got no risk of losing said Amrita. Obviously, you know, with the masters, it is a case of definitely blocking and guarding. I am personally using Steel Talisman, Poison, Carnage, and Power Pill. You could use the Luck Talisman if you are after a particular drop from one of the masters that you're fighting. I couldn't really think of anything I particularly wanted, so I didn't bother, but it is handy to kind of know. Now, like with anything, this nunchuck guy is a little bit more awkward. I think it's because he's just got quite a lot of range. It's the chain, I guess it's a Kuchi Gamama or something, I can't remember the name. But anyway, obviously, the idea with this and farming is to just run through it as quick as you possibly can. Now, once you actually get to a certain point, it does get a little bit more tricky because you start running out of elixirs and things, and of course, you know, you want to you know, keep healed and use those quick strolls. Definitely, if you haven't unlocked it by now, I would be very surprised. So of course, it would be very advisable then to make sure that you've got that procced as well, because you know, if you die, you're going to be resurrected and you've got a chance to get away. But like anything, you know, it is just a case of just fighting these masters. Now, one of the things with this guy is actually he kills me, which is kind of aggravating, but you know, that is one of those things where I just didn't have many elixirs, and unfortunately he kept on throwing bombs and spells, and it was a bit more awkward than some of the others that I found. So yeah, and also, as I said, low on elixirs. Wasn't really using sloth or weakness. I mean, those things you could use. I didn't on this occasion, but you could definitely use those type things as well, just to kind of help with particular masters if there's one that you're having a problem with. Now, as you can see there, he does have quite a lot of tracking, this guy, and he kills me. Now, here's the interesting part. Now, normally in the old Nioh, you'd have to restart from the beginning, collect your guardian, rinse and repeat. So farming could be considered maybe not as effective because you're wasting time. But with Nioh 2, they've changed that, which is, I didn't really think about it until actually this happened. This is why I'm showing it on the video. So you think, oh, you have to fight them all over again. Oh, how boring. Well, no, you don't. Actually, I literally can run straight forwards, and I will continue from the master that I died at. This makes farming a lot easier, and you kind of don't have to worry about actually, you know, if you die, well, okay, it's not the end of the world. You know, you can just rinse and repeat. So this means that this is a really effective farm, because of course you can just fight the masters, kill them. If you die at one, it's not the end of the world. You can just keep continuing, and that is a big difference from the first one. The first one, they definitely made that harder. But the idea is, you know, as I say, I mean, you can definitely pick up around about 1 million Amrita, just under it was for like the first playthrough. I'm nearly done on the first playthrough, to be fair, but on the second playthrough you would get a lot more. I'd imagine in the region of about 1.2 to 1.5 million. Don't quote me on that, I don't know for definite, but I would imagine it would be somewhere around that. Now, as regards to you know, like the updated elements, I really like the updates that they've actually given us. Some new submissions. I mean, they're not that exciting on the first playthrough, to be fair, but I imagine they'd be a little bit better on the second. And this mission, you know, is really, really good. Just as I say, as a farm, it's just amazing, and it can be done very, very quickly. And that is just something that is nice. I mean, you know, with regards to the update, I did kind of forget to add that they added some things to light armor, like AAA stats instead. And this was one of the missions that I wasn't sure about. So if you did watch that video, it's because I hadn't actually played it yet. And I was like, I'd heard about the Masters one, I just hadn't played it. So I thought, oh, right, okay. When I found it, I found that it is by far the best mission that you can do. So yeah, so Mum Nioh is the last one that you'll fight. Once you kill her, it will be completed. But as I say, you can then rinse and repeat. I mean, for me at the moment, it's getting me like literally a level and a half up per run. If I want to level up, then it means that I can really fast, and it's a great way of stocking up on gold. It's a great way of getting like tea sets. It's a great way of getting you know, items to dismantle or sell if you want as well. So yeah, so I mean, that is pretty much it as regards to the video. I hope that you found that helpful. If you did want to drop a like, subscribe for future content, or comment below, then do so. And even if you want to do all three, awesome. But otherwise, that is it from me today on this video. So look forward to the next one. And just on an additional note, I did post an Apex video as well for Apex Legends. I'll click the link below. If you are interested, check that out. Hopefully you'll enjoy that one as well. Alright, nice one. Take care. Bye now.